Let's go grave robbing in the Celestial Tower. Hey guys, I'm DeoGenZ. Welcome to my Pokemon Black walkthrough. That looked almost like a weird glitch, but it wasn't. I was just sitting behind the staircase. In the last episode, we met the gym leader of Miss Stralton City's gym, which is Skyla. She obviously works with flying-type Pokemon, her name being Skyla, Sky. The last gym leader we defeated, Clay, is an Earth, ground-type Pokemon. It all works. Elsa, I guess electricity. Berg, the bug trainer. Let's see, Lenora. What's a Lenora? Lenora with Liepard, how about that? And then the triple twins, I don't even remember because they were so boring. So easy to beat. If they had a triple or rotation battle to introduce you into black and white, I think that would have been the most epic first gym battle ever. Although maybe they were going with the idea that probably not everyone has 3 Pokemon at that point. Because at that point, what did we have? We had my Panseer, and we had my starter, which was Oshawott. And I did not feel like raising a third just to meet the standards of a rotation or triple battle. So I guess it's good that they didn't do that. Anyway, in the last episode, I promised you that we'd talk about seasonal strategies for the upcoming gym, which is 2 gyms away. But I just wanted to mention what you could find on Route 7, which was the route that we were exploring. And that is a Tranquil, a Deerling, a Zebstrika, a Watchog, and a Foongus. And in the winter, you have the opportunity to catch a Cubchoo additionally. When Pokemon trainers meet, what do we do, of course, but battle? Very true. So, where I was mentioning that we could change the time of your game and how it might actually be worthwhile was a very cotangential reasoning of last episode. And my thoughts with that are, well, you don't want to change your game because of Black City and White Forest. But wait, you might want to change your game because of Black City, White Forest. And what I mean by that is that it's pretty inconsequential whether or not you shift and quote-unquote screw things up for those areas, because most likely they're already messed up. Unless you're one of those rare people who have other Pokepals near you and have this game, you're probably either in school or you go to your local GameStop and people hang out there. That's the only other place where I could imagine people having this game. And you get onto Seagear in their Entrelink regularly, then it's not going to be worth holding back changing the seasons on your DS. Unless you don't like messing up the times, then you wouldn't want to do this. But you could set it back. So what I suggest is temporarily set your game forward to whenever the winter season is in yours, and catch yourself a Cubchoo. If an adorable polar bear is not your style and you rather have some ice cream like me, you can prematurely catch a Vanillite during any season by the cold storage, because it's frigid over there. But when the air does become more frigid for real during the seasonal change, in winter you can find one again on Route 6. So those are your 2 slim ice options you have for defeating the last gym. And I know the last gym is a ways away, but I wanted to mention that here and now because it's time to train an ice type. Because at the point where we get close enough to even begin discussing strategies about the last gym, it's going to be a little late to train a Pokemon for ice power. Of course, you could go back to the Sports Dome, and that's my largest recommendation for anyone who's having trouble with experience points gaining. If anyone thinks that I gain levels too easy, well, first of all, I haven't made too many trips back to the Sports Dome, and secondly, you can do the same with a Lucky Egg, which we just picked up in Chargestone Cave, attached to your first Pokemon and train them in the Sports Dome daily. That's another thing you might want to change your clock for, although I don't know if it will continually work. I have never tried that mechanic, so user beware. But as far as the Pokemon go for who you'll see within the Celestial Tower, because I know we haven't met anyone yet, but that's because I've got my Max Repels up. But with defenses down, you can encounter a Litwig, which in its final form, when evolved with a Duskstone at Stage 2, it evolves into Chandelure. This is the only place in the Unova region where you'll find a Litwig, and it's really a tough Pokemon when you train it up right. It's got crazy special attack. Its base special attack is 145, and I think its speed is something like 80. So this could be a massive special sweeper on your team if you didn't want to go the Joltik, Galvantula. I was about to say Galvantor for some reason, but Galvantula, that's the spider I'm raising now, and it also has crazy special attack. There are a lot of great sweepers introduced in this 5th gen, and I hadn't realized it until somewhat recently when doing some background information scanning for this walkthrough. I can't wait to train these guys, EV-wise. Oh, it's going to be awesome. This is a great place to train any Ghost-type or Dark-type Pokemon, or even those with Dark-type moves. So, say that you're working on raising a Zoroark for your main team, which you had the option of getting with the Special Edition Suicune, Raikou, or Entei Pokemon, which were Wi-Fi giveaways, and also in-store events, I think last year, 2010. They were only available for Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, and when you transferred them in, it would allow you to see the special Zoroark in the forest on Route... I don't even know what route that is, but it's the route east of Nimbasa City. I don't believe it's Route 5 or anything like that, because Route 5 is, I believe, west, because it goes up and then all around the Unova country, left to right, just like us Americans read. Was that intentional? I don't know. Again, we have to face these annoying nurses and doctors. But really, they are more convenient than annoying. I only joke around because it's a masochistic way to heal Pokemon. I'm going to go out in the field, and instead of working at a Poké Center, I'm just going to beat the crap out of those Pokemon, then I'll heal them up. I swear, the nurses and doctors that roam the Unova region must be the rejected Nurse Joys. They have to be. And I guess the guys would be Nurse Jeffs. Nurse Joys and Nurse Jeffs, we're going to need to test your healing abilities. Alright, well first I'll break his leg right here. Whoa, 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 what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you breaking that Pikachu's leg? It's perfectly fine. We want you to heal the scraped knee there. Can you assist us? Well, yeah, but this is my style. I like to beat up the Pokemon a little bit, let them know who's really got their lives in their hands. It's not them who's in control, it's me. The doctor, the nurse. Alright, sorry, we're going to have to fire you. You cannot work at a Pokemon Center. The idea is that you just heal them, not beat the crap out of them, then go and heal them. Well, nothing to do but kick their asses back. Show them that, even in our weakened state, we still pwn. See how convenient that is? Otherwise, we would have had to walk all the way back to the Pokemon Center. Or not even, we could have stopped at that safe house on the middle of Route 7. But if you have a Yamask around here, or its evolution, which I'm probably going to butcher its name, so I apologize, Kafargregus, I think. I don't know, it's the mummy sarcophagus. So I know what Nintendo's trying to say with that name, but I just cannot pronounce it. Kafargregus. But if you've got one of those Pokemon from the Desert Ruins, or Desert Resort, I always want to call it Ruins, but it is a resort, even though I don't think about it that way. If you have one of them, this is a great place to train it up. Tons of Psychic Pokemon here. You already saw we faced Musharnas, and I don't think we faced Litwigs. Did we face Litwigs? I don't even know. But there's tons of Psychic Pokemon here. And it's lucky for us that Swoobat is not only Psychic, but weakened by flying. Haha. I haven't done any of the type disadvantages, advantages calculations in my head, but does a Swoobat gain anything from being a flying / psychic type? Other than the different move sets it can learn, I can understand that, wanting to have maybe a swifter psychic Pokemon with fast flinch-inducing flying type moves. I could see that being a possibility. But I think that it would give it more disadvantages than advantages, because a psychic Pokemon who's normally affected by electric will be then super effective. Oh, you came. Thank you. I was right. when I saw there was a hurt Pokemon. Don't worry though, it's fine now. I gave it a max revive, then it felt better and flew away. Damn it, Pokemon Company, why couldn't you save that animation for when we get here? I would have liked to see what Pokemon it was. Yeah, so you've got great 20/20 vision. Good for you. I've got glasses. Helps me the same. Alright, sure. Came up here, why not make some noise? Oh, it's soothing. Well, isn't that fascinating? You're all going to see what kind of person I am truly. Or hear, rather, by ringing this bell. It's the Celestial Bell. Of course we're going to ring it. Ah, what a beautiful bell. Doesn't have quite the same effect as the Tin Tower Ho-Oh bells, but the clear bells, but it's still a very nice one. You're a strong and kind person. That's the kind of sound it made. I like to introduce myself. I'm Skyla, the leader of Miss Stralton's Pokemon Gym. I use flying-type Pokemon. When you are ready, please come to the gym. Whoa, we were ready when we got there. I'll give you a big welcome. And right now, many otakus who have fanfics related to Skyla are jumping out of their trousers because they can only imagine what that big welcoming is going to be. So let's go down the spiral spinning staircase down to the base of Celestial Tower and set ourselves up for the next episode, because that's where we will get our 6th gym badge. Whee! And also heal up our Pokemon on the way. We'll milk that nurse for all she's worth. And that sounded wrong in a way, too. Whee! Oh, damn it. Alright, let's not engage. No! Haha! Editing power! You thought you could attack me, but you cannot! Don't you love max repels via the editing software? I don't. It's more work for me. But I'm sure you guys appreciate it. Or at least I like to hope you do. Thinking that it will save us some time. But you know what? Speaking of saving us some time, I'm going to have to heal up because in that battle, I got burned. But in order to save us some more time, how about we go out over here and get a phone call? I wonder who it could be. Mom! This is your mom. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Wow, you're already on Route 7. Say, how are your Pokemon? Can't get that far all by yourself, you know. Yep, they're doing well. It's all thanks to your Pokemon. Don't forget to take care of them. Am I being too serious? Well, take care. Nope, you're being truthful. I've seen your trainer, Mom, signing off. I think it's cool that in this game they made your mom a hardcore Pokemon trainer too. Instead of just a bump on a seat that you pass in the beginning of the game and then never speak to again. Oh yeah, I had a mom? I forgot. I thought I just lived by myself with some weird old lady sitting in the kitchen. Alright. So let's save us some time by battling this clown over here. Because we made this whole episode about hyperspeed battles, and it can fit into the time slot that way. See, it's good in one way that I have this 15-minute limit restraint because it forces me to be a bit crafty with my video creation. Makes me have to consider time and your attention spans in a lot greater detail. Because truthfully, would you watch an hour of one episode of my Poke Walkthrough? No, you wouldn't. And this just makes things dynamic because you're sitting through, going through this walkthrough probably as a guide for your own game, and you don't need to see every excruciating second of boring battle details with every wild Pokemon. So that's why I cut those things and gain new items. This is very important, X-Scissor. Be sure to come out all the way east on Route 7 to pick it up. I'll see you guys in the next episode where we won't utilize that TM, but instead use the power of electric.